So when you open the newspaper Monday morning, or in my case Monday at like 1 p.m. Actually, no, actually I start work. I do start work. Yeah, shoot, summer break's over. I was gonna say he's back with like 7 A's, and I'm talking about Anthony Richardson, aka Superman.
That is not where I thought that was going.
By the way, he'd also win the NBA dunk contest. If anybody is curious on my thoughts about that, but this game to me is the best of the week. Houston at Indy, a rematch from last year's Week 18 game, where Houston beat them on the road to clinch the playoffs. Indy got left out. Now it's AR versus Stroud, two AFC North title hopefuls. Week 2, I believe, last year, when Anthony Richardson was healthy, they went into Houston, put up 31 points, and won the game. Houston's a team everybody now looks at as a team who win the Super Bowl. And now this is kind of the same thing with the Rams in my eyes. Like you were just saying, Paul, if Indianapolis comes out, AR looks like a stud, which before he got hurt, he did for the most part, and beats Houston. We're right back here on our recap show talking about how Indy can win the AFC.
Oh, yeah, because at least when it comes to the AFC South,
did I say
most people...
I said North hopeful. I meant South.
Yeah, I know.
The AFC South title hopeful.
When it comes to the South, though, everyone's talking... Most people are talking about Houston, and for good reason.
Or even Jacksonville.
I was going to say, after Houston, it's Jacksonville. And then people are acknowledging... You'll see a lot of people talk about the Colts as a fun sleeper pick, but I don't think anyone's really taking them that seriously. And I tend to agree with them at the moment. They're a fun team. I know Ziggy loves his Colts, and Ziggy's picking.
I love the whole division.
For crying out loud, Ziggy's picking the Titans over the Colts. So if they are able to win this game, and it is in Indianapolis too, like that's another factor. You know, it's a home game for the Colts in this one. If they win this, then two things could happen. People are going to say Anthony Richardson is about to be a force to be reckoned with this season, and they're also going to say, maybe we need to pull back a little on the Texans. Not a lot. It doesn't have to be crazy. You don't have to overreact completely, but maybe that vaulting them up to the Ravens Chiefs level, take a little bit of a step back. I think it's a super fun matchup, though, Jack. I think that's a great game to pick.
I mean, could you imagine? I think back at the end of the 2022 season, these two teams won a combined 7 games. And now just one season later, week 1, we're credibly saying, right? We're not just making this up. This is one of the most exciting games on. I mean, Paul, you and I were saying this is one of the best slates the NFL has put out in years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's an exciting game. And I'm excited to see what Shane Steichen is going to be able to do. Now, I know Anthony Richardson didn't look great in preseason, right? We can own that. It's true. But coaches don't really show what they've got in preseason, right? You're getting guys reps, you're putting them out there. But the Anthony Richardson we've seen in practice and the Anthony Richardson we saw at the start of last season, well, totally different than the guy we saw in preseason. I fully expect, now that there are games that matter in this divisional matchup, Shane Steichen is going to be pulling out all the stops. All the creative play calling that he used to make Jalen Hurts great is going to be used of Anthony Richardson. And even if Anthony Richardson's not the best passer, which he's not, and I'm frozen. But even if he's not the best passer, and he's not, he's good enough. And he's such a freak athlete. I mean, you saw it last year. He was probably the best running quarterback in the NFL when he played last year.
He had 4 rushing touchdowns in 4 games.
Yeah, the guy can play. That is enough to put terror into a Texans defense, even a Texans defense that just added Danielle Hunter and is hoping to improve.
Hey,
it's
also,
a tough match.
Jonathan Taylor, first time that they're playing together, too, I believe, right? Anthony Richardson and JT.
Yeah,
I think so, because JT was out for the first however many games last year.
Yeah, so that'll be another exciting factor. As much as, and I'm really excited to see Anthony Richardson. I cannot wait to see what this 3-headed monster of Diggs, Nico Collins, and Tank Dell looks like. I mean, again, Jack drafted CJ Stroud fan.
I think they're the best team in our league.
It's a great team. This might
be the remarkable squad.
But like this Texans team, and Joe Mixon too, we know Ziggy's not the biggest Joe Mixon guy on planet.
I mean, he was bad last year.
Joe Mixon was productive. I mean,
fantasy-wise, he was good.
He was not very productive last year.
Yeah, I know.
I have him too.
Joe Mixon had good numbers at least last year. But
yeah, he was just incredibly inefficient.
But in this Texans offense, there's a chance that they're just, scoring an unbelievable amount of points per week here. I cannot wait to see. I think Stefon Diggs comes out a little bit rejuvenated with the new scene around him, and I can't wait. Think about it in Buffalo too. Like, they weren't that the weapons in Buffalo have been okay. I mean, Gabe Davis was a good too for a lot of the time there, but Nico and Tank, you have to pay attention to them too. So I think Diggs is going to have a big bounce back year. And Ziggy, you said it too. Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson. That's going to be a fun combo to watch on the Texans side. If you're a Texans fan, this has to be. I can't remember the last time you were this excited for an opener.
Oh yeah, and I'm also on the Colts side of things. Like if Houston's coming out firing on all cylinders, which there's no reason to believe they're not with the offense they have, how does AR and the Colts respond to that?
Yeah, right.
What is he able to do now?
If the Colts offense comes out and is firing as well, then that's when you're going to sit back and go, all right, this is going to be a hell of a game to watch.
Get your popcorn. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. All I heard from Colts fans this offseason was our secondary needs improvement. Everybody, I mean, myself included, thought they were going to bring in some talent either in the draft or in free agency.
I know.
Instead, they're counting on, and these aren't bad players per se, but like Kenny Moore and Justin Blackmon. Blackmon's pretty good. Kenny Moore's an excellent nickel corner. But you've got Juju Brents and Jalen Jones, Nick Cross. Like, these have to shut down.
No, they
maybe the best wide receiver trio in the league.
They struggled a lot last year. And then a lot of Colts fans wanted L'Jarius Sneed or to go after the draft, like you said. To kind of leave it unaddressed was shocking. And week one, they might pay for it.
I mean, what you need is they need Latu to come in and be the difference maker that they've been seeing in preseason and in training camp, right? This is like if you can put pressure on CJ Stroud, that will alleviate a lot of trouble for the secondary. And Latu's looked good. So he, I think, is the player to watch on the Colts defense. If he can turn it on, there's something to say.
I mean, he's probably the favorite. Is he the favorite for defensive rookie of the year right now? He might be. I think a lot.
I gotta check the odds. I'm not totally sure.
Yeah, my guess. Ziggy, you googling it right now?
Yeah, I'm looking it up. Dallas Turner obviously is the favorite.
Oh, is he? Oh, sweet. All right, good. But no, Latu is right there. The Texans 2.5-point favorites at Anthony Richardson and the Colts.
I got the Colts. I get the Colts actually in a pretty lopsided game.
Wow.
I wouldn't say it's lopsided, but Colts forged, baby.
Colts forge. No, it's close. It's a close game. Yeah,
I like both these teams. They're going to be a lot of fun to watch this year, but I'm going with the Texans. They're more talented. They're the better team right now.
Why did I just say the Colts? Can I change my pick?
Yes, you could change it.
Please give me the Texans.
Oh,
I'll buy the hype. I can't do it.
You're lone wolfing.